living on the edge of space and time. Isn't it weird how we're always living in the present, while our minds flow across time? While making this video, my thoughts are moving across time while the world around me is moving along. But we're always in the present. It's like being stuck in an ice cube. We are never in the future, nor in the past. We move along with time. A weird consequence of this is that we actually don't see movement. Imagine you see this cat walking through the room. Your eyes are fixated on this cat, as you can see him walking across the room. For you, the cat is at any moment always on one position, at point A, point B, point C, or any position in between. But the cat is never across these positions. We don't see him being stretched across the room. At any moment, he's always on one position. But if you would visualize him being moving across the room, you would kind of get this weird space-time catworm. I believe us being stuck in the present is also one of the reasons that we cannot really cognitively understand or describe movement. Just try to describe how someone is walking. You might say, well, first you go one step forward, but it's very difficult to describe how a foot moves. And there are many movements happening at the same time on multiple scales. For this reason, we started to give names to these complex patterns across space and time. Where doing things together to make a living became the word work, where kicking a ball on a certain manner became football, and moving and crunching our mouth with a solid substance and swallowing it became eating. The interactions with an experience in a dynamic plane become our experiences and emotions, which are also difficult to describe. We can then process these activities quickly and extend our thinking across time while physically being in the present. However, this strongly simplifies the actual activities and doesn't really do them justice. Nevertheless, through this wording and categorizations, we try to make a well-defined fixed world of certainty and structure, like some kind of geometric verb of an eternal presence. For example, when we introduce ourselves, we also talk in relatively fixed words, like I'm a kind person, I work at a company, I dance, and I live in the Netherlands. But those things are not really always true. Moreover, while being stuck in our limited spatial world, we search for physical things to understand it. We go towards the smallest atoms and towards the biggest things to make sense of this world in this very present. But again, this world is not fixed. Life and consciousness is hidden in the contextual dynamics. The geometric web of structure changes all the time. We as humans are also moving along with it, but we do feel the processes by the relative change in the relationships of these structures in this physical world and the tension and releases that brings it. However, the physical world and the dynamic part are not really separated, they are entangled. You can imagine this entanglement like a river flowing across the riverbed. The physical riverbed is guiding the energetic flow of movement of the water, while the energetic flow of the water is shaping and carving the riverbed. The river shapes the riverbed, and the riverbed guides the water, and so on. They are influencing each other continuously. Just as our physical being is shaped by our past experiences, and our current state of being constrains and guides all the actions we are able to do now. The thoughts that flow across our mind are guided by the physical structure of our brain. What we do with our body shapes what we can do with our body, while the tools and objects around us shape us and what we are able to do. This close connection between the space and dynamics causes us usually to don't really distinguish them much from each other that consciously. We connect physical objects to processes, words to events, and sometimes we interchange them fluidly. It seems we're living more in this spatial temporal dimension, where dynamics and the physical world are influencing each other continuously, and we connect them in our mind unconsciously. Nevertheless, it can be very useful to distinguish the physical world from how it moves to understand how it works and how it functions, because there are really completely different things. Detaching space from time can, for example, offer paths to creativity, giving you freedom to do things differently with regular things. And it also works the other way around. You can internalize processes and attach them to physical objects. There are many things you can do, and they're wonder and to play with. Do you have any thoughts on it? Let me know. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you for watching. Share or like, comment if you think others might like it too. Explore my website to see more and discover more about it. So thank you and see you next time.